Firstly, thanks everyone for joining. My name's Sudhir Bakru. I'm a product manager on the Community Cloud team here at Salesforce. What I'd like to do today really is talk about mobile publisher for Community Cloud. And what that really means is talk about how you can create native mobile apps for your communities that you've built using Salesforce and distribute them using the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. And we'll go through a few things today. Um, Before I get started, quick question. How many folks over here are kind of familiar with communities, know what Community Cloud is? Okay, that's great to know. So about 60% to 70%, I would think. All right, so the first thing I'd like to talk about today is a slide you're very familiar with, right? We will talk about some roadmap items today, so important to call out that any decisions that you make, please do make sure that you make it based on what's out in production and what's live in the product today. Quick agenda, I'd love to give you an overview of mobile publisher for communities and how you can use this product to create native mobile apps. We'll go into a demo. I'd love to show you a demo of how an admin can create such an app by using clicks and not code. You can of course customize using a lot of other means, but I'll show you a quick demo of how an admin can create such an app, and also what the end user experience is like. So if someone installs the app from the App Store, what their experience would be. I'll talk about it a little bit about where you can find more information on the product, what kind of trailheads you could use, but I'd like purely to focus on demo rather than slides today. So a quick overview, since some of you are not familiar with communities, right? Communities is, it's a way to build digital, visually stunning digital experiences using your own business data and using clicks, not code. Our customers use it for various use cases, be it B2B commerce, self-service. So if customers want their users to come in and find information of their products or their services, right? Communities is used. Partner relationship, right? So if you work with a lot of partners, what kind of communities, what kind of digital experience can you build for them to get information again for your products and them to share it with your customers. Now today we'll talk about how using all of these use cases, you can really create a mobile app for it. So could we skip this? So a lot of feedback we got from our customers and our partners was, hey, we've put in effort, we've built this really cool looking Lightning community, but it's not that easy to create a mobile app for it, right? It's not that easy to distribute it to the App Store and Google Play Store. I want a custom branded app for my Lightning community. So that's one piece of feedback we got. Second piece of feedback we got from our customers was, hey, I've done the effort in building a community. Now I want to build it using clicks, not code. I don't want to be developing a lot of apps here. I want to be able to click on things and my admins and the admins just to be able to create these apps. Third piece of feedback was we want some native features, right? Some native features were critical for some of our customers and our partners. Things like persistent authentication. So once you log in to your community or your app, you stay logged in. You don't have to keep logging in over and over again. Things like biometric login. So using fingerprint, using Face ID to log into your app, right? Push notifications. So quick example, if someone mentions you on Chatter, right, then you get a push notification for it. Or maybe you want to define a custom push notification, right? So an update on a record, a field of a record, right? You want to make that kind of notifications. So that's the kind of feedback we got. So overall, the feedback was, hey, give us a way to easily create an app for an existing Lightning community. Give us a way to also have native features into the product, right? And give us a way to do this using clicks, not code. So what we came up with was the mobile publisher for Community Cloud. What you really do, right, is it's a few steps that are involved. A Lightning community is 100% mobile responsive, right? So it looks, if you're using out-of-the-box components that we've built, then you can take the Lightning community, be it a theme, be it the components, they render really well on a mobile browser, right? Of course, if you build custom components, then you need to make them mobile responsive. But knowing that Lightning communities are mobile responsive, we've taken the approach of a hybrid mobile app. So the mobile web version of your community is packaged with some of the assets you provide us. So we ask our customers and our partners to give us things like app icons, right? What is the app icon they want for the app? What is this loading screen and the splash screen they want for the app? What kind of what would the information be that they want on the app store? Would they want the app to be publicly distributed or privately distributed? So we ask for all of this information. Once the customer provides us all of this, we take the mobile web version of the community and we package it into an app and we distribute it to the app store. And that all happens on the Salesforce side of things. So the first step towards that, the third step that shows up here is, of course, you want to make sure as an admin, as a customer, as a developer, as a partner, that what you have, right, the app works well before you distribute it to your end users. So we give, if it's an iOS app, we provide a beta version of the app using iOS's test flight program, and of course Android has its own Google beta channel. So we provide a beta beta app for you to test with. So you provide the assets, we take the community, we package it into an app, and we provide it back and we send it back to you. You test it, make sure that, hey, this is the experience you want, this works really well, and of course we embed a bunch of native features like persistent authentication, push notifications, file access, location access into the app, right? And once you're happy with the app, you come back to the mobile publisher experience, which I'll walk you through in a bit. And once you hit submit, we go again in the background and we push it to the App Store, the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store for you. So all of this is done in the back by us, right? All you have to do as someone who wants an app is really provide assets. It's like filling out a form and having a community, and we create the app for you. Now quickly over here, these are just some screens. I'll go into a demo, right? You can go into, you can have a few distribution models you can choose. So once you want an app, you choose to have an app, right? Some questions we get from customers is, hey, is this app something that will be available on the App Store for anyone to install and search and find it? The answer is it really depends on you, right? Do you want to publicly distribute this app? Then you have an option in the experience to choose for, right? You can say, I'd like this to be publicly available versus privately available. So the answer, like the answer is really the answer is really on you. You choose whether you want the app to be privately distributed or publicly distributed. Quickly skipping a couple of steps here. I'd like to do a quick demo and really talk about. I know there are a lot of slides going on here, so I want to quickly talk about a demo and show what this app really is. So what I have in front of you is a demo community, right? This is a community that has been used. It's a Lightning community that has been built using some out of the box components, some out of the box themes that we have, and some custom components as well. But as you scroll down, you see that this is a community. The example we have here is this is Raj Sports. Raj Sports is a multinational company, right? They organize marathons, sell sports apparel in various parts of the world. But the idea is that they want this community for runners. Runners are always on the trail running, but they want a mobile app for it. So Raj Sports has tasked their community admin to create a mobile app for this community, and they want their own branding for it. So one thing that to look at is I'm just going to quickly move into our builder experience. So for folks who are not familiar with Community Builder is where you go and design a community, right? You've got out-of-the-box components that you're offered that you could pull into the community. You've got themes that you can choose from, right? A quick look of some of the themes that we have, out-of-the-box themes that we offer that you can just completely change the look and feel of the community, right? Here's where you do all of this. So in Builder, right, we show you a desktop view of what this community looks like when it's published, but we also show you, if you go from here to the mobile experience, we also show you what this community looks like on a mobile device. Now this is a mobile web experience, right? You see what this experience looks like on a mobile browser. So what we do is we take this mobile web community and we package it with the assets you provide. So I'll show you how to create the community in a bit, but I also how to create the app in a bit. But I do want to quickly show you what the end user experience is first. Now here, our customer, what our admin, what they've done is they've chosen a particular app icon, right? In this case, it's this app icon. They've chosen the app name, and as I launch this community, right? As I launch this app, you see that this is the mobile web version of the community, right? That you just saw. Now, a piece of feedback that I commonly get is, hey, if it's just the mobile web in a container, then why should I even get this, right? Why not just use it on the browser? So that is where some of the features that we've built in come in, right? So as you see this, there's a runner over here called Jessica that's logged into the app, right? I'm going to kill the app, and I'm going to come back into it. Now, as it loads, now this is just a sample splash screen I've used, right? Again, something that I've used on the mobile publish experience. You could use what you want. When I show you it quickly, right? When I show you in a bit how to create the mobile app, you'll see that. Now, like you see over here, I killed the app, I came back into the experience. Jessica is still logged in, if you see on the top right. Now, these are things that we've built into the app out of the box, right? Things that our customers ask for. We call this persistent authentication. On a mobile browser, of course, you would have to log in again because the session ends. Over here, you stay logged in. So things like that we've built into the app. Now, if there was another thing that we've built into the product is push notifications. So if someone's mentioning you, you could get a push notification here. So if someone asked Jessica a question using Chatter, she would get a push notification on the app. So we've thought of these things and we've built it into the product. Now, quickly on this, I'm going to scroll back and come back here. So as you scroll, like again, quickly to talk about here, this is the mobile web experience. It's all been created using Lightning communities and all by our, like what we offer out of the box. So pretty straightforward. So the question really now becomes like, all right, it looks good, but how do you really go build something like this, right? So what you do really over here is, just going to stop here. So I wanted to, we've had some network issues here, but I wanted to show you at least what this experience is like. So in my org, I have this thing called Mobile Publisher, right? I pardon me for the error messages here, getting a few network issues here, but what I want you to look at is what do you have to do to create this mobile app, right? So as you see, I'm in the Mobile Publisher experience. It's in the setup for your org. You go in here, you can give an app name. You can give what is the app name you want in the App Store, and as you scroll down, you choose which community in your org do you want to create an app for, right? In my case, in my demo, I only have one community, right? So I create the app for that particular community. But if you had multiple communities in your org, you could create multiple apps for that. So one call out here is that an app, a mobile publisher app, can only be built for one community. So it's a one-to-one relationship. So if you wanted an app for 3 communities, you need 3 apps. So just a quick call out there. As I scroll down, you'll see that, again, these are not the assets that I just showed you, but again, these are the assets this is what you can choose, right? You need to choose what the look and feel of this community, of this app is. So here are some splash screens. Here are some app icons I have, right? You can choose that on this mobile publisher experience and basically click submit. As soon as you do this, like I said, we take these assets, we take the community you chose, the mobile web version of the community, and we send it back to you in a beta version, right? It takes depending on how we work with Apple, right? How quickly they turn around, but it could take a few days for the approval process to go through, and we send a beta version of the app back to you for you to test. Just like I was showing you, you can test this app, you can play around with it, and once you're happy with it, you come back to this experience, right? You'll have a finalized process here. You finalize the app, and that's when we finally push the app to the App Store for your end users to use. Quick scroll down here. It's not just the assets. You also choose how do you want to distribute this app. Remember I said that you can choose whether you want a private distribution of the app or a public distribution of the app. You choose that here as well. So you can say, hey, I only want, let's say 400 of my partners to have access to the app, or I want everyone to have access to the app, right? So you can choose a different distribution method based on that. Quickly scrolling back to Builder, right? Now, again, a piece of feedback I get from customers is, hey, so I'm now being able to build an app. I can build a native mobile app for my community, but I also want to build native, like mobile specific experiences, right? So I just don't want the mobile web thing to show up on an app. I want to build more mobile specific experiences and not just what's on the desktop show up on the mobile app. So we are starting to think about that as well, and we're starting to add some features into the product. Now, for example, what you'll see is I'm here in the in the mobile view of the product, right? And I can click on any component and choose to hide it. And here's why that's important, right? On apps, right, on desktops, typically customers want, as an end user, you're okay to scroll down for a longer time. But on phones, right, on apps, you don't want to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. This allows you to differentiate between the experience of a desktop and a mobile. So if you want to show not all those 10 components you have on a page on your mobile device, you just want to show 3, this feature allows you to do that. So basically just click any component, hide the component, publish it, and that's it, right? It immediately publishes to the app store, to the community and to the app as well. Now, remember I said something about a hybrid mobile app. A hybrid mobile app is nothing but like what I said, taking the mobile web version of the community and packaging it into an app. So there's an advantage to this. Because you have access to Community Builder and the mobile web experience, you can actually change the content of the app. So if I was to go here and actually, let's say, delete 5 components, not hide, but completely change the look and feel of the community, right? I no longer have to actually push an update to the end user. Since a hybrid mobile app, you publish it to production, it immediately shows up on the end user. They're not going in and installing a new version of the app or an update from the App Store or Google Play Store. So that's a key advantage when you have a hybrid mobile app. Another key advantage is you don't need a lot of dev resources, right? You need lesser number of dev resources, and you don't need a lot of developers. Admins folks who are familiar with Salesforce, folks who are familiar with communities, can build these apps pretty easily. Now, what's available in production today? We went GA. We are going GA in a couple of weeks. That's first week of June. So worldwide GA for this product. We piloted this product late last year, and it's a pretty successful pilot. So what I want to talk about today is not only are we going GA and we offer a lot of these features out of the box, I also want to talk about what's on the roadmap, right? So summer 19, which is pretty much a couple of weeks away, we are going GA worldwide. As of spring 19, we were GA in North America and Europe, but now we are extending this to worldwide. You'll have biometric logins as well, so you can use, starting summer 19, fingerprint and face IDs to log into the app. Sandbox testing, that you can test the app on Sandbox. Winter 20, really happy to announce this. We are going to have custom push notifications. So that means the ability of going into Process Builder, right, and defining the process for which you want a push notification generated. So in Winter 20, you will have that ability. You'll be able to go into Process Builder, define a process, and then have a push notification generated for that. Another piece of feedback we get from our customers is that, hey, what about like the native access to the phone? Can I import contacts into the community? Can I detect the location of the user based on not just IP but actually the GPS? So that's something that we're working on. Again, that's in Winter 20. We'll provide that access. Another piece of feedback we get from our customers is offline access. So if you have that question in your mind, the app does not support offline today, so that's something we are working on to get the first version out for the offline, where where you can be offline, at least start reading a lot of the product information or any information you have on the community. That's slotted for spring 20. So yeah, from an overall high-level view, that's the roadmap. The app today works. Mobile Publisher today works for a phone app, right? So the next area of focus for us is tablets. So if you want to create native tablet apps, that's again slotted for spring 20. Of course, you can take these apps and install them on tablets and blow them into a tablet screen ratio, but you'd really want a tablet app, native tablet app, then that's something that's coming in spring 20. I think I'm running out of time, so I do want to take questions. So what I'll do is I'll be on the side to take questions, but I do want to quickly call out a couple of things. If any of you are interested in Community Cloud or communities in general, please do make sure that you attend some of our sessions. We've got some fantastic sessions that we are doing throughout TrailheadX. We've got a booth right here, a couple of steps from here, where we've got a few of our engineers, our solution engineers, actually presenting the product, including Mobile Publisher. So please do attend. If you want a quick overview of the sessions, then here it is. So yeah, some really fantastic sessions coming up. So strongly recommend joining these. With that, I think I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for listening in. I know I covered a lot in the session. So if you do have any questions, I'll be right here to answer them. So thank you so much. Yeah.